Well, first up this evening, a quick update on that massive fire at a chemical factory in Telangana's Sangareddy district. Reactor blast at the Sigachi Industries unit, which has been functioning for over 30 years now, has led to multiple casualties. Authorities confirmed 12 employees have died in the blast. There were many more at the unit at that time, Vasudha.
That's right, Veera. What we understand is that the industrial blast took place around 9:30 this morning. According to police, the fear is that the number of people who could be dead could even be higher. The cause of the blast still not known. Around 65 workers were present at the factory at that time. Reports have suggested that the blast was so powerful that three-story industrial building collapsed. NDTV, and in fact, NDTV has been reporting on this since morning, and this has happened in Sangareddy district in Telangana. Also, Veera, help us understand what is it that we know from the police so far.
Look, this is a very well-established chemical unit. I was talking to our colleague Uma Sudhir a short while ago, and she was saying that as soon as she saw the scale of the blast, he knew that it was going to be something serious. I believe 9:37 was the first call that fire tenders received. Immediately they rushed to the spot. In fact, a senior official of the company had just parked off the car, gotten off, and was walking inside when this blast took place. In fact, so serious that three-story building completely collapsed. Vasudha, Uma Sudhir had sent us this report. Let's listen in.
This is the factory that we are talking about, which had in fact where the accident had in fact happened, and the work still going on, and therefore people, the media, obviously not being allowed inside as of now, because still now in the air you can make out that there is some gas which is there in the air, and that's the reason why whoever is able to wear a mask has been asked to wear a mask as well. But the worry is that the administrative block, about 4 stories of it, has actually collapsed. The NDRF and the other rescue teams, including the revenue teams, the police, the SDRF as well, all of them are at work trying to see if under the debris they are still able to find people. The hopes are looking less and less now because there's a huge heat that we are talking about in that area where this has happened. That is the smoke that you can see from there. That is the 4-story kind of a structure that's actually collapsed there. If Nagaraj actually pans up, you can make out the smoke that has come out of that particular area. And that is where, in fact, the blast has happened. And this must have been broken subsequently to get access to the area and go inside in order to try and rescue. The reactors, there are 2 reactors that were there, we are told, in this particular factory, and in every shift there were supposed to be about 120 to 150 people. The top police officers who I spoke to said that they expect that at least 90 people may be there. The reason that they were not able to give the roster of how many people were there inside is because it is the administrative block where that kind of attendance sheet is used, and that actually people there have also got trapped, and there is no one who was actually maintaining the records, who is available now to tell us who was inside and who's gone missing, how many people are reported for duty today, how many people were exactly there inside. That information has become difficult to get because the administrative block, as I mentioned, has got trapped under the debris that fell because a 4-story structure has fallen, and inside that the police as a very conservative figure told us that at least 10 people are feared to have been trapped there. The worry is that 26 more people who have been shifted to nearby centers, at least 4 among them is said to be serious, but the work still underway to try and rescue the rest. The smoke that has come out of that particular area, and that is where in fact the blast has happened, and this must have been broken subsequently to get access to the area and go inside in order to try and rescue. The reactors, there are 2 reactors that were there, we are told, in this particular factory, and in every shift there were supposed to be about 120 to 150 people. The reason that they were not able to give the roster of how many people were there inside is because it is the administrative block where that kind of attendance sheet is used, and that actually people there have also got trapped, and there is no one who was actually maintaining the records, who is available now to tell us who was inside and who's gone missing. Women are very anxious, very angry, because they are worried that their loved ones are still inside and they don't know any news of them and why they are not being given access or information. But inside, actually, if you were to see inside, there is still rescue operations that are going on, and therefore the police can do without having this extra responsibility of dealing with the emotions of these women. They are trying to counsel them, saying that the personnel, the fire personnel, the NDRF, SDRF are at work, and that the women should wait a distance away. Of course, this is a very emotionally charged atmosphere, and therefore difficult for the police also to be able to move them away using force. After 12 people were declared dead and 34 others shifted to hospital, still now NDRF and SDRF and the police and revenue department and fire department not really giving up, and they are bringing in equipment. There is a stench in the air of the chemical also that one has been feeling since the morning, and that crane in fact had just taken out a metal sheet that landed 100 meters away on top of this tree, and even that metal sheet had to be moved away. There was a 3-story structure that literally collapsed during this operation, and that under that all that debris is where people are believed to be trapped. At Pashamelaram with camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.